Hi, I'm James. I'm going to be showing you my LJN Wrestling Superstars collection. We start out with this man, the immortal Hulk Hogan, one of my all-time favorites. What you gonna do, brother, when the Hulkster runs wild on you? Alright, and we got my favorite action figure, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. As you can see, the paint is a little painted off because I used to play with these when I was a kid. Next is my collection's the managers, Captain Lou Albano. I met this man back in 1990, and he was a nice man. Rest in peace, Captain Lou, I love you. This man, this is Hillbilly Jim. He's going into the Hall of Fame. I wonder why they never made an Uncle Elmer or Cousin Junior action figure. So, I'm Hillbilly Jim from Old Kentucky. Watch out, Burger King, watch out, Crystals. Woo! This is Miss Elizabeth, the only woman in this series. This is what a woman's supposed to look like in wrestling. Not the women of today like Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Mandy Rose. I hope you guys are watching this. Who's next in the This is Terry Funk. You ain't sucking dogs. As you all know, he did team with Dory in WrestleMania 2 to defeat the Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana. I met him back in 2005, and he's a really cool, nice guy. This is my favorite action figure in the collection. I got this in Christmas Day, 1986. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. As you all know, he was part of the first WrestleMania in 1985 and teamed with Roddy Piper to take on Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. And he also is in WrestleMania 2. He wrestled Don Morocco to a double countout. I love telling you guys backstories about the figures, the characters. Next is my other favorite in the collection, Kamala. You all know Kamala never competed in the WrestleMania, but he did face The Undertaker at SummerSlam 92 and Survivor Series 92. Kamala is a great action figure, and this is very rare. Now, let's see, next is my other favorite, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. You know, Andre the Giant came in 3 different versions of this series, but I only have this version from the 70s and the 80s. You all know, this was made, I say, 1984. Rest in peace, Andre. Next in my collection is my other favorite action figure, the Junkyard Dog, the JYD. As you all know, he wrestled Greg the Hammer Valentine the first WrestleMania, and he teamed with Tito Santana to take on the Funk Brothers. And he wrestled Harley Race at WrestleMania 3. His final WrestleMania appearance was in that 20-man Battle Royal. Alright, wrestling fans, this is Mean Gene Okerlund. Alright, Mean Gene Okerlund is one of the announcers in this series. As you can see, he's holding a microphone and going like this, like, what's the problem? Alright, Corporal Kirshner, the 82nd Airborne. He did compete in a WrestleMania 2 against Nikolai Volkov. One of my favorite matches of all time. Next is Outback Jack. I mean, what did he ever do in the WWE? He was never in a WrestleMania. He wasn't in a Survivor Series or SummerSlam. Why they made him an action figure of him, LJN, is beyond me. This is a very rare figure, by the way. My other favorite action figure, Billy Jack Haynes, who competed against Hercules Hernandez in WrestleMania 3. Master of the Full Nelson, punk. The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, who I met back in 2015. Alright, Honky, I'm the Mouth of the South, baby. This is a cool action figure, and I like it a lot. Next, we have Big John Studd. As you all know, he wrestled Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 1 in the Body Slam Challenge. and he competed in WrestleMania 2 in the NFL WWE Battle Royal. And in WrestleMania 5, he refereed the Jake the Snake Roberts Andre the Giant match. Rest in peace, Big John Studd. Let's see. Now we got Jesse the Body Ventura. As you know, Jesse Ventura was supposed to wrestle Hulk Hogan in 1984 and was supposed to be managed by Bobby the Brain Heenan. But he had problems with his legs, and he went to commentating full-time in 1986. And he also feuded with the Hillbillies. I hate those stupid Hillbillies, McMahon. Next, we got Nikolai Volkov, Soviet Union. Teamed with the Iron Sheik, won the tag team titles, and competed in 4 WrestleManias. I just love doing the imitations of the wrestlers. Alright. Next we have Bobby the Brain Heenan. As you know, he managed Rick Rude and guided him to the Intercontinental title. He wrestled the Ultimate Warrior in 3 Weasel Suit matches. God rest your soul, Bobby. I loved you. My all-time favorite. This is one of my other favorite action figures. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. As you all know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat competed in 4 WrestleManias. And his famous WrestleMania match was against Macho Man Randy Savage in 1987. George the Animal Steel. Another one of my favorites. Boo! Turnbuckle. He's also known for chewing turnbuckles and feuding with Macho Man over Elizabeth. Next, in my manager collection, we got the Mr. Fuji, who managed Demolition, The Powers of Pain, Sika, Kamal, and many others. And here's the boss, Vince McMahon. I liked him back then, but now he made wrestling a joke. Yeah, fired! Next we have the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov's tag team partner, former tag team champion, and former World Wrestling Federation champion. That's it on. I hate the Hulk Hogan. Yeah, goodbye, Sheik. Oh, next collection of action figures. Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage. This is one of my favorite LJN action figures. As you can see, it's in so-so condition, and three of his famous WrestleMania matches, actually 4, were against Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Hulk Hogan, and the Ultimate Warrior career-ending match, which he lost, and I'm sorry to say. Bret the Hitman Hart, one of my favorite figures in the collection. I also have Jim the Anvil Neidhart. He is a former tag team champion, Intercontinental champion, and WWE champion. Hey Vince, why'd you screw this man? Why'd you kill his brother Owen? Hope you're watching this, Vince. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Sure. Next, this one is very rare from the manager collection. Slick. As you all know, he managed many great wrestlers in his career. He replaced Classy Freddie Blassie and managed Hercules Hernandez, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, and Butch Reed, and One-Man Gang, and the Big Boss Man. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He was, as you all know, his son was Ted DiBiase Jr. And his famous match at WrestleMania was against Macho Man Randy Savage. He also had the WWE title belt in a controversial fashion. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. Next we have adorable Adrian Adonis. He wrestled 2 WrestleMania matches, Uncle Elmer, but everybody knows his famous match was against Rowdy Roddy Piper, one of my favorite wrestlers. Moving on. Here is Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I have both Hart Foundation. I just had to go find them. As you all know, he is Natalia's father. And Jim the Evil Neidhart, you're a hell of a wrestler. I hope you're watching this. King Kong Bundy. As you all know, he wrestled SD Jones at WrestleMania 1, and he's infamous steel cage match with Hulk Hogan, which was good. And he wrestled Hillbilly Jim with two midgets and lost by disqualification. His last WrestleMania was in 1995 against The Undertaker. Ted Arcidi, and notice is not Haku. He was in WrestleMania 2, I believe, in the Gimmick Battle Royal. He didn't really do anything. Why they made him in action figures beyond me, too. SD Special Delivery Jones. Competed in the first WrestleMania, got squashed by King Kong Bundy. Hercules Hernandez. He debuted like this in 1985, but this action figure, I believe, is from 1987. Brutus Beefcake. Another one of my favorite figures in the collection. I got this in 1987 because I was being a good boy in school. Hold on. Jake the Snake Roberts, another one of my action figure favorites. He feuded with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Ultimate Warrior, Ricky Steamboat, Honky Tonk Man, Rick Rude, Andre the Giant, $1 Million Man. Does anybody have any matches with him and Hulk Hogan? Please upload him and let me know. And this guy, Roddy Piper, who did the funniest interview segment of all time in the WWE Piper's Pit. Funnier than your stupid talk show, Miz TV. The whole thing, they changed the questions. I changed the answers, brother. Okay. Moving on. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, one half of the Killer Bees. Him and B. Brian Blair competed in two WrestleManias against WrestleMania 3 against Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. And they never were tag team champions. I don't know why. They were a great tag team, by the way. Luscious Johnny V, who went on to manage Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant in their early career, and he led the Destruction Crew to the AWA Tag Team titles. Olympic Strongman Ken Patera, one of the strongest men in the WWE. He had an infamous match with Big John Studd against Andre the Giant and Special Delivery Jones, where him and Bobby Heenan and Big John Studd cut Andre the Giant's hair. Mr. Patera was framed for breaking the McDonald's window in 1985. Hey, Ken Patera, if you're watching this, I believe you're innocent, my buddy. Let's here's one of my other favorite collectors, Bruno Sammartino, wrestling's living legend. He left the WWE in 1988 because Vince was treating wrestlers like it's a circus. And I don't blame you, Bruno, and I hope you're watching this, Vince. Cowboy Bob Orton, Randy Orton's dad. He was in the first WrestleMania. He was in the corner of Mr. Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. The Magnificent Morocco competed in WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania 2, and 4. Former Intercontinental Champion. This is one of my all-time favorite action figures also. Hold on. Tito Santana, former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion with Rick Martel, lost the belts to Greg the Hammer Valentine and Randy Savage.